Ask your parents and grandparents whether they have completed their screening kit. Find out more by visiting Cambridgeshire and Peterborough ccg.nhs.uk and searching bowel cancer.
German Doner Kebab wishes you Ramadan Kareem. Enjoy your doner after dusk with us and choose from the original Doner Kebab, the KKL, the Doner Crunch Burger, or perhaps the Boss Box and so much more. You can find your nearest GDK at GermanDonerKebab.com or bring the Ramadan experience to your doorstep by signing up for your Ramadan pack at RamadanTentProject.com. German Doner Kebab. Kebabs done right.
Radio wishes all of our community Ramadan Mubarak.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, brothers and sisters. My name is Ansar Ali. I'm your host for this program, and I'm delighted, absolutely delighted to have your company. Ramadan Mubarak to you, Jummah Mubarak to you. I hope everything is going well for you, and I'm looking forward to your very pleasant company for the next hour, inshallah, right here on Islam Radio. And I'm not just looking for your company, I also am looking for your participation as well, because we got various ways that you can get involved in the program. Have a chat with me. Wish your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues, send them Ramadan greetings, or if they're celebrating a birthday or an anniversary, we're here just for you. Send them that all-important message, wish them well, and there's also a competition as well that you can get involved in as well, and that is open to under 16s, please, okay? Under 16s. It's a very simple competition question, and we give you options, and you can get involved, and under 16s, and get the family involved. It's very important, and everything we talk about in this program during the month of Ramadan, this beautiful, the month of blessings, it's all about Ramadan, and we want to make sure that we learn as much as we can reflect as much as we can during this month, and inshallah our future will be much brighter as a result of fasting, as a result of praying, as well as learning and gaining more knowledge of our beautiful religion of Islam. So brothers and sisters, it's a very important month for us in many, many ways. Keep us in your du'as, each other in your du'as, and try and do good for yourselves and for those around us. We can always do good for us, and we want to do all the nice things as well. But the important thing is that wish for your next door neighbor, for your brother, your sister, the same as you would wish for yourself, basically. That's very important, brothers and sisters. And if you want to have a chat, want to go live on air, give us a call. Our telephone lines are open, 01733 602 133. You can also send us a message on live stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. That's something I've learned in you. My God, Twitch as well. So what else can you want? You can also text us on 07411191062. All those numbers for you to get in touch with us. And we have some fantastic local personalities as our guests this evening as well, talking to us about their experience of Ramadan and also giving us some important messages. My first guest this evening, brothers and sisters, is a very well-known sister amongst our community, does some fantastic work in the community. I'm really proud of her, really am. And, she needs no introduction, but just in case if you have not come across Sister Safura Houghton, I can tell you that she is the co-founder of the Lantern Initiative, a grassroots community organization which raises awareness of mental health issues in the Muslim community, a subject which can be a bit taboo at some times. So it's very important that we talk about these issues that are affecting reflecting our communities. Safura is also a Muslim chaplain working for the prison service, a director and presenter of Islam Radio here in Peterborough, and a mum of 4. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh, Sister Safura.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. All the better for having you live on my program. Thank you very much for making the time for us. Have you had a good day?
Alhamdulillah, good. Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, fast has felt a bit long, but alhamdulillah, you can't complain really.
And how's the month of Ramadan going for you and your family?
Alhamdulillah, it's going really well. I think, it's gone by really, really fast. It's astonishing how quickly this month has just flown by. It feels like it only just started yesterday.
Absolutely.
I think in many ways it's comparing it to the Ramadan we had last year, it's been quite different. I'm sure that many of the listeners will be able to, relate to this. But, last year we had a very relaxed Ramadan in the sense that, we had lots and lots of time to do our ibadah. We were able to all stay up late. The children didn't have to be at school the next day. No running around for school runs, etc. I think, most people I've spoken to felt that they had a really, really great Ramadan, really, rewarding and fulfilling Ramadan last year. Whereas I think this year has just felt like a little bit more hard work, just that we need to put a bit more effort in this year, I think.
Absolutely, and that's the reward is in that effort, isn't it, really? That's where the reward is, and it's all about reflecting on our lives and hoping that the future, inshallah, would be brighter for all of us. And what sort of lessons can we learn from fasting during the month of Ramadan, from reflecting and from reading the Quran, gaining more knowledge? And I know you are a very avid reader as well.
Yes, I do love reading, and actually I think Ramadan's been a great time for us to read as a family as well. I think, even with the children, you can definitely get them involved. I always say to my husband as well that, when we were younger, we never had all of these books as kids. Children nowadays have got some fantastic material from different authors about, not just about Ramadan, but about Islam, about, various topics relating to Islam and Muslims. And so, yeah, we do spend quite a lot of time reading as a family. I do encourage my kids to read. They're all avid readers, mashallah. So, it's been a great month actually for, increasing that as well. But yeah, I think in terms of lessons that we can learn from Ramadan, I think for the children, I think really one thing that's been very apparent is the contrast again, like I said, between last Ramadan and this Ramadan. And I think one thing we've talked about is how, perhaps this month, this year, maybe Allah just wants us to put a bit more effort in. Yep. It's not going to be handed to us on a plate like it was last year. Maybe last year was a completely different scenario. Allah wanted something different from us. And it's about accepting that we have different tests and different trials at different times of the year, and that we tackle them head on, just knowing that, when we turn to Allah, Allah turns to us.
Absolutely.
And keeping that first and foremost in our mind. And of course, the other lesson we can learn is about dua. Ramadan is a month not just of the Quran, but also of increasing in dua. And you quite rightly mentioned we should be making dua for our neighbours, our communities, our families, our friends and relatives. And so getting the children involved in that as well, getting them to really actively make dua for the different people in their lives and for the different situations that we find ourselves in, the different trials that we're in. So I think, for us as a family, I think those are the main sort of lessons I can think of. But definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, it's also the month of the Quran. So, the lessons that we can gain from reading the Quran as a family as well. Those come first and foremost before any other lessons.
And absolutely, and the Quran is a book of guidance, and we also need to understand the message of the Quran, basically, what our Creator is telling us, how to lead our lives, basically. Alhamdulillah. Sister Safura, I mentioned earlier that one of the things that you're involved in is the Lantern Initiative, a community organization raising awareness of mental health issues in the Muslim community. That must be quite challenging because it's not a subject that is often talked about.
It can be challenging at times, but I think, I feel that we're seeing a change. In the last few years, I really feel that people have come around to the idea of talking about mental health in the Muslim community much more openly than they used to be. And I mean, I know I'm new to Peterborough. I've only lived here for 3.5 years, but I think generally on the whole, Muslims never really talked very openly about mental health. And I think, definitely I've seen a change in the last few years. And I don't just mean younger people. I mean, even older Muslims. I think, they're coming around to the idea that, even within Islam, there is such a thing as looking after your emotional and mental well-being. The Prophet ﷺ also displayed his emotions. He didn't hide his emotions. It's something that we should be quite open to talking about, and especially if it's affecting your health and well-being, it's affecting your general day-to-day life, then it's something that we definitely need to be open to, not just discussing, but also open to seeking treatment for. So yeah, I think in Ramadan, I think just linking mental health in with Ramadan, one thing I wanted to mention was that some people get quite stressed and quite anxious about Ramadan. And I know from having spoken to some of the mums that I've been in contact with, that, they worry a lot about, cooking and making sure the family are fed. And they've also got to fast themselves. They've got to look after their children, keep the household going. Some of them are going to work every day. There's a lot there to unpack. And one of the things that I say to them is, look, you can only do your best, and Allah sees your intentions, because at the end of the day, we know that all of our deeds are judged by our intentions.
Absolutely.
You make the intention to do your best, and Allah will open up doors, and He will make a way for you. And I think we compare ourselves unnecessarily to people we see.
Yeah.
So, for instance, social media, we see pictures of people, posting things about what they're eating, what they're cooking, what their house looks like, how their house is decorated for Ramadan. All of these things, and I know I've posted pictures as well of the things that I do as well. But I always say to people, don't compare yourself to anybody else. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is yourself and who you were yesterday or last year. We are
all individuals and all right.
Absolutely, yes. And I think, if you want to do better, then you just need to look at who you were last Ramadan and how you were last Ramadan, and try to better yourself compared to that, not compared to what other people are doing and what you're seeing on social media.
Absolutely. And still on that subject, you're absolutely right that, during the month of Ramadan, our sisters, our mothers do have a lot on, basically, because they do take a lot of pride on making sure that they look after everyone around them, and basically sometimes neglecting themselves. And I think the message for our brothers, the males within the household, is that, please get involved, let's all as a family get involved and not leave it to just one person, basically, because it can be quite a challenging time, can be quite a daunting time, and because most of us quite often live as large extended families as well.
Absolutely, totally agree with you there. The brothers should get involved and get the children involved as well. Yeah. And also on that topic, I would say that, we as a family, I mean, we've tried to make Ramadan quite simple for ourselves. We don't really make more than one dish, and mainly because you can't eat it, you can't manage it when it's time for iftar anyway. And secondly, because what we don't want is to be wasteful. We find that when we've made excessive amounts of food, that we end up then eating it for the next 2 or 3 days, or we end up freezing it because there's so much left over. We would be completely, disrespecting what we should be doing if we were throwing food away that we've not eaten. So actually what we found is, as the month goes on, your stomach shrinks, you eat less and less every night, and so we've kind of just found ourselves eating what we would eat on a normal evening outside of Ramadan for iftar, and that is more than sufficient. It's more than enough. And I think when you compare it to what other people are going through now, now in Syria, in Yemen, in other parts of the world where there is so much starvation, there is such a shortage of food, and we're just in a situation where we don't need to be eating so much, and yet we're just overdoing it. And Ramadan is not about overindulgence, and treat yourselves every now and again. Of course, we'd all love to treat ourselves, but when we indulge like this on a daily basis, it can't be good for our bodies or our souls even.
Absolutely. No, I think we've talked about this in previous programs as well. Please, brothers and sisters, in our homes, we must not overcook and waste food. That's very important. Remember those who are less fortunate than ourselves. We are blessed with so much, and there are people around the world that we see on our television screens, on social media, who are starving, basically. And, we need to remember those. And that's what it's all about, the month of Ramadan, being able to reflect on what we're doing and have a bit more empathy empathy for other people around us, basically, who are suffering and going through so much difficulties in their lives as well. Sister Fura, just want to move on with regard to your work as a chaplain in the prison during the month of Ramadan. How has that impacted your experience working in the prison during the lockdown and generally in the prison environment? How do you cope with that, basically? How challenging is that for you?
I think, well, firstly, I would say, I love my job. I love being a chaplain for the prison service. And I feel like it's an extremely privileged role when you're able to support people with their faith, especially at a time when they're really struggling. They're going through something really quite difficult in their life. Some of them really want to turn their lives around. Some of them, they've perhaps not been practicing Muslims, but actually having now been put into prison, they've decided they want to turn to Islam and they really want to make an active change. And just being there for them in that time, being able to just facilitate what they need in order to make that change is, I think, incredibly humbling, and it's a real position of privilege, I think. So I really love the work that I do. And I think just going back to what you were asking about in terms of Ramadan, so for the prisoners as well, I think Ramadan has been difficult this year and also last year. So a lot of them are, locked behind their cell doors for about 23 and a half hours a day. They would just come out for maybe a shower and some exercise, but other than that, they're inside. And so that has obviously had an impact on their mental health, on their well-being. I think, we are social human beings. We're not designed to live in isolation. And, I think that is something that a lot of them have really struggled with. Having said that, I think last Ramadan, it was a bit of an eye-opener for us, because some of the prisoners were saying to us, you know what, I've had the most productive Ramadan I've ever had in my life. And they were saying things like, just being on their own in a cell and having nothing but just being able to turn to Allah, just being able to pray all day without any distractions, without having to be anywhere, without having anyone else to talk to. I mean, you can imagine. I mean, a lot of people will use that opportunity to really do what they need to do in terms of their worship. And just hearing that was really incredible.
Absolutely.
Us saying that, we're finding life hard on the outside. And then here you've got someone who's actually locked up in their cell for 23 hours a day saying, I've had one of the most productive Ramadans I've ever had.
Allahu Akbar,
it's incredible.
Yes.
It's amazing what people can do.
It is.
And I think this year, will be similar, because, again, although things are easing up, they are still in their cells for the best part of the day at the moment, as far as I'm aware, unless things change quite quickly. So I think it's good in some ways. I think it's all swings and roundabouts. In some ways they're really benefiting, and in other ways I think some of them are finding it quite hard as well. So I think we've got to keep them in our du'as as well.
Ameen.
And one thing I just want to mention about Muslim prisoners Muslims in prison as well is that I think people have this mindset that well, they're prisoners and they've committed a crime, and they're sort of paying for their crime. But actually, the way we look at it as Muslims is that, Allah tells us himself that, if you have sins as big as a mountain, I'll forgive you.
Ameen.
So who are we to withhold that mercy and that forgiveness from our Muslim brothers and sisters? If somebody is there saying, I made a mistake, I committed a crime, but actually I want to turn over a new leaf, or I want to change my life, or I want to do certain things that I've got the opportunity to do in here, why would we not help them? Why would we not support them in doing that? And we've been very, very fortunate this year, and also last year, actually. We had a number of donations from the local community as well. I think there are a couple of brothers as well, Brother Atif and Brother Zahid as well, donated dates, and the local community also donated towards some dua books and things like that for them. And then also we're supported by charities like Muslim Hands and the Kidmat Centres in Bradford. They regularly send out packs for the prisoners just to make their lives a bit easier for them. But that's a little bit of an insight into working with the Muslim prisoners in Ramadan.
Thank you. And any particular message for our listeners this evening, Sister Safura, from you to actually take from this? I mean, you mentioned reflecting and forgiving and, looking to the future, basically. Any particular message in terms of, for our listeners, in terms of taking into our lives for the future. Basically, we've faced such a challenging time over the past 13, 14 months with this coronavirus, with the lockdown, not being able to meet our families, our friends, not being able to socialize. And then here during the month of Ramadan, we know we used to enjoy iftaris with our friends, our families, etc. We can't even do that. But it must be a lesson for all of us. But what can we look forward to? Is there any particular message from you, Sister Safura, for our listeners here on Salam Radio?
I think definitely we can look forward to, coming out of lockdown and spending time with our family and friends. I think we're all looking forward to that, definitely. But I think the last year, the lesson it's probably taught us is to just be more mindful that, we need to be turning to Allah in our time of need. And, Allah will test us. He will send us trials and tribulations, because this is what the life of this dunya is about. This life is not going to be Jannah for us. We will be tested from time to time, and it's how we deal with those tests and what we do. And I think having that, that reliance and that tawakkul in Allah all the time, knowing that, whatever you test me with, Allah, help me to find a way out and help me to turn to you in my time of need. I think that is the biggest test, the biggest lesson, that this last year and this test has taught us. But I think in terms of messages for Ramadan, I think mainly I would just say, to all the listeners to just make dua for the ummah, the whole of the ummah. We all make dua for ourselves and our families and our children on a regular basis. But, just remember the wider ummah in your du'as as well. There is, a lot going on in the world. There are lots of people suffering and struggling in different ways. There are people actually, in our communities that we don't know about. I mean, we hear instances of people who have severe depression. We've heard of people who have tried to take their lives during lockdown. We've heard stories about sisters who've been suffering from domestic abuse during lockdown. There's so much going on that we don't know about behind closed doors. And I think we just need to, be mindful that, we are blessed. We have a lot. Allah has given us a lot to be thankful for. But whilst we're thankful as well, just remembering those that are, not as lucky as and fortunate as we are, and making dua for them, just remembering them in our duas for the rest of this blessed month. I mean, it's flying by. We're almost in the last 10 days now, but, this last 10 days is really the time to knuckle down, roll up our sleeves, and make as much dua as we possibly can.
Ameen. Sister Safura, thank you very much. It has been an immense pleasure talking to you, and keep us, our listeners, in your duas, and keep up all the fantastic work that you do in our community.
Jazakallah khairan. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. That was Sister Safura talking to us about her work and also sending us some very important messages, brothers and sisters. Let's not take things for granted and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the blessings and make du'as for each other, for the ummah, those around us, those less fortunate than ourselves, and always remember those that are less fortunate than ourselves. And, inshallah, our lives will be much better if we also reflected on what's happening around us in the world. And, talking of food, I know we're probably getting ready in our homes. Our sisters are cooking. The kitchens are very busy. They're preparing those beautiful dishes as well for Iftari as well. But not being wasteful with the food as well. That's a very important lesson from the month of Ramadan, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum from me, Ansar. If you just joined us, delighted to have your company. Let me tell you, we have a competition, and I'm going to give you a competition question now. It's only for under 16s, please. It's a very simple question that you have to answer, and you have to send your answers to us either by calling us, texting us, or sending us a message through various methods. I'll tell you all that in a moment as well. But first, let me give you the question. And what are you going to win? Well, we've got 3 vouchers to give away from Park Foods. One is worth £10. That's the first prize. 2 second prizes worth £5 each. Under 16s only. And now you must be wondering, what is the question? Well, how well do you know the Islamic Hijri calendar? How well do we know the Islamic Hijri calendar? Well, this is going to be the test for you. Is the month of Ramadan A, the first month, B, the 9th month, C, the 12th month? The month of Ramadan, is it the 1st, the 9th, or the 12th? A, the 1st, B, the 9th, C, the 12th. The three prizes are waiting for you. First, £10 voucher from Park Foods. Second and third, £5 each from Park Foods. Call us with your answers 01733 602 133, and you can also text us 07411 191062. You can comment on our live stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter or Twitch. You can send us those answers to us, and the question is very simple. How well do you know the Islamic Hijri calendar? Is the month of Ramadan A, the first month, B, the 9th month, C, the 12th month, and only under 16s, please. Going to treat you to a delightful nasheed. I haven't heard this one before, but I have been told it is really nice, and I always take Brother Amir's word for that. Native Deen.
Say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Open your mouth and say Allah. That's where you'll find peace in your heart and your mind. Salah, pray it on time. Brothers, sisters forming their lines, bowing their heads to the Lord. Don't yawn and act like you're bored. In your head make a list for all the things you need forgiveness. Ramadan is here, the blessed month of the year. Fasting and not eating food, acting and nice and not rude. Instead of watching movies today, let's go to the masjid to pray. Staying late to make my salat, maybe 8 or 20 rakat. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Open your mouth and say La ilaha.
I promise you I'm going to treat you to the rest of that as well in due course, inshallah, in the next program. It really is nice, very soothing indeed. Yes, during the month of Ramadan, inshallah, we will do that in the future, but we are going to go to a break very shortly. I've already given you a competition question. Is the month of Ramadan A, the first month, B, the 9th, C, the 12th? Give us a call, text us 01733 602 133. For your entries, you can go live on air as well if you give us a call on that number. Back with you after the break, inshallah.
Stay tuned to Salam Radio after this short ad break.
Everyone can now get free rapid COVID-19 tests twice a week. They show your results within 30 minutes. They also show you're doing what you can to protect your loved ones, your friends, your workmates, and that you want to keep life moving again. Around 1 in 3 people who have COVID-19 have no symptoms and are spreading it without knowing. That could be a friend, a relative, a workmate. It could even be you. Rapid tests are easy to get from nhs.uk/get tested. Let's take this next step safely.
Looking to improve your living space? Plan your dream home with AB Joinery Kitchens and Bedrooms. We design, manufacture and install your perfect kitchen or bedroom to your personal space and taste with clever storage utilising every inch. We pride ourselves on our exquisite attention to detail. Let AB Joinery Kitchens and Bedrooms plan your perfectly tailored space fitted around you. We also offer bespoke services for understairs storage, TV units and feature walls, all designed and manufactured by us. Call us now on 01733 686 767 or visit abjkitchensandbedrooms.co.uk. Open to the trade and public. AB Joinery Kitchens and Bedrooms, Unit 3 Brassey Close, Peterborough, PE1 2AZ. Plan your dream home with us. abjkitchensandbedrooms.co.uk.
मर्सी यूनिवर्सल यूके बेस्ड इंटरनेशनल ह्यूमैनिटेरियन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो इस वक्त मकबूजा कश्मीर के अंदर वहाँ के यतीम, बेवागान اور ضرورت مند افراد کی فلاح و بہبود کے لیے مقامی سماجی تنظیموں سے مل کر کام کر رہی ہے۔ رمضان کے بابرکت ماہ میں اپنے صدقات، زکوٰۃ اور فطرانہ مرسی یونیورسل کو دے کر مقبوضہ کشمیر کے ضرورت مند افراد کا ساتھ دیں۔ ڈونیٹ آن لائن on mercyuniversal.com یا ہاٹ لائن نمبر 03333 110047 یا 01582 731313 پر کال کریں۔ mercyuniversal.com۔
اب کھل گیا ہے دیسی ریسٹورینٹ، تو کیوں نہ آج ہی اپنے گھر والوں کے لیے کھانا آرڈر کریں۔ ہمارے پاس فش پکوڑا، چکن پکوڑا، چرغا اسٹیم چکن، لیم اور ویجیٹیبل سموسا، بریانی، پیزا، فلودا، جلیبی، گلاب جامن، سموسا چاٹ، فریش چکن اور لیم ہانڈی، لاہوری چنا اور بہت کچھ، یہ سب اب آپ کو ملے صرف اور صرف دیسی ریسٹورینٹ میں۔ آج کی اسپیشل آفر، نہاری اور پائے 1 نان اور روٹی کے ساتھ صرف 6 پاؤنڈ میں۔ اسپیشل لنچ ٹائم آفر دن 12 سے 4 بجے تک، چکن اور لیم کڑی 2 روٹی کے ساتھ صرف 6 پاؤنڈ میں، مکس ویجیٹیبل کڑی اور تڑکا دال 2 روٹی کے ساتھ 5 پاؤنڈ میں۔ تو آرڈر کریں ابھی دیسی ریسٹورینٹ online.com پر اور آن لائن پیمنٹ کریں بالکل سیفلی، اور کال کر سکتے ہیں 01733555795۔ ہمارے پاس ڈیلیوری بھی موجود ہے اور 10% ڈسکاؤنٹ کے ساتھ آپ خود کلیکٹ بھی کر سکتے ہیں۔ 298 لنکن روڈ، پیٹر برا، PE1 2ND۔ دیسی ریسٹورینٹ، آپ کا اپنا پسندیدہ اور معیاری کھانے، اب پیٹر برا میں۔
Salam Radio wishes all of our community Ramadan Mubarak.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. I'm your host. My name is Ansar Ali. Just a reminder of the competition in a moment, and also coming very, very shortly, one of our most popular imams in Peterborough, Maulana Allama Muhammad Nawaz Azharvi, will be joining us live here on Salam Radio, inshallah. So stay in tune for a conversation. جو ہماری conversation ہوگی، بات چیت ہوگی علامہ نواز اظہروی صاحب کے ساتھ انشاءاللہ چند لمحوں میں، انشاءاللہ انتظار کیجئے گا۔ اور اس وقت آپ سن رہے ہیں سلام ریڈیو، میں ہوں آپ کا میزبان، میرا نام انصر علی ہے۔ Just to remind you of the competition, brothers and sisters, before I do that, let me say assalamu alaikum to brother Michael Musa. He sent us a message. He says, any new Muslims need any support, get in touch with the New Muslim Circle. Thank you very much, brother Michael Musa. That message has been conveyed to our listeners, inshallah. Keep up the good work that you do. That's brother Michael Musa. And also a reminder of our competition. How well do you know, how well do we know our Islamic Hijri calendar is the month of Ramadan. A, the first month, B, the 9th month, C, the 12th month, and it's a competition question, and you can win a £10 voucher from Park Foods, 2 £5 vouchers, £5 each, again from Park Foods. Call us with your answers. 01733 602 133, or you can text us 07411 191062, and you can send us a message on various methods, and we will take your answers as well. And please enter your questions, because these prizes are waiting for you, and we want to give them away as quickly as we can. The month of Ramadan is the first month, the 9th month, or the 12th month of the Islamic calendar year. And if you want to enter our competition, give us a call on 01733 602 133, 01733 602 133. And if you want to go live on air as well, we'll be able to do that after we've had the conversation with Maulana Muhammad Nawaz Azharvi Siddiqui Sahab. Assalamu alaikum, Maulana Sahab.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
آپ کیسے ہیں جناب؟
الحمدللہ ماشاءاللہ، اللہ تعالیٰ آپ کو سلامت رکھے،
آمین۔
اور آپ کی جو خوبصورت خدمت ہے، سلام ریڈیو کے حوالے سے سلامتی پھیلا رہی ہے. اللہ آپ کو بھی سلامت رکھے اور سلامتی دونوں جہان کی نصیب رکھے.
آمین. اور مولانا صاحب آپ کو بھی، کیونکہ آپ جیسے علماء کرام ہمیں چاہیے یہاں پیٹر برو میں جو ہمیں الحمدللہ ایسے ہی درس دیتے رہتے ہیں. بہت بہت شکریہ. یہ اللہ کا بڑا ہی کرم ہے ہم سب پیٹر برو والوں پر کہ آپ ہمارے ساتھ ہیں. اسلام یہ جو ہمارا خوبصورت مہینہ جلدی سے ہم سے رخصت ہوتا جا رہا ہے. کچھ 2 دن میں ہم آخری 10 دنوں کے عشرے میں ہو جائیں گے انشاءاللہ. مولانا صاحب سب سے پہلے یہ اس سال کا رمضان کا مہینہ کس طرح پہلے سے مہینوں سے مختلف رہا ہے آپ کے لیے؟
یقیناً دیگر عبادات کی طرح یہ جو روزے کی والی عبادت ہے اس میں بھی کرونا وائرس کی وجہ سے ہمارے لیے کافی چینجنگ آئی ہے اس لحاظ سے، کیونکہ جس طرح ہماری بھرپور بہترین پچھلی روٹین میں ہوتی رہی ہے اس طرح تو نہیں ہوئی، لیکن پچھلے سال سے اس سال بہتر ہے کہ کم از کم ہم مساجد میں موجود ہیں.
بالکل الحمدللہ.
تلاوت ہو رہی ہے، قیام ہو رہا ہے، رکاوٹ کوئی نہیں ہے. اوسپی پہ الحمدللہ عمل ہو رہا ہے جس کی وجہ سے بڑے سکون کے ساتھ اللہ کی بارگاہ میں عبادت کے نذرانے پیش کیے جا رہے ہیں. تو پچھلے سال سے اس سال ہم بہت بہتر فیل کر رہے ہیں ماشاءاللہ.
بہت اللہ کا کرم ہوا ہے. اور کیا جو ہے نا ہمیں سیکھنا چاہیے اس مہینے کے دوران؟ یہ صرف یہ بھوکے رہنے کا مقصد تو نہیں ہے نا؟
دیکھیں آپ جاب کرنے والے لوگ ہیں، آپ کے آفیسر اور آپ کا محکمہ آپ سے ریفریشر کورس کراتا رہتا ہے، حالانکہ آپ وہ چیز جانتے بھی ہوتے ہیں، بعض دفعہ پھر بھی آپ سے وہ کرایا جاتا ہے تاکہ آپ مزید ایکسپرٹ آئے. تو یہ قدرت کے نظام میں یہ رمضان بھی ہمارا ریفریشر کورس ہے کہ دیکھیں ہم کھاتے نہیں ہیں، حلال چیز کھاتے نہیں ہیں ڈیوریشن جو روزے کی ہے اس کے دوران. ہم حلال عمل سے بھی اپنے آپ کو روکتے ہیں کیونکہ اللہ نے اس ٹائم کے مطابق ہمیں منع کر رکھا ہے. یہ پریکٹس کرائی جا رہی ہے، جھوٹ نہیں بولتے. جی ایک بندہ مثلا بیمار ہے، شرعی طور پہ تو وہ روزہ کھا سکتا ہے نا، کھانا تو کھا سکتا ہے، وہ پانی بھی پی سکتا ہے، لیکن وہ جھوٹ سے رکا رہے تو یہ بھی اس کا روزہ ہے، گال سے رکا رہے اسے روزہ ہے، غیبت سے رکا رہے یہ اس کا روزہ ہے. کیونکہ روزہ صرف کھانے پینے چھوڑنے کا نام نہیں ہے. اس لیے صوفیاء کرام فرماتے ہیں کھانے پینے والا روزہ تو عید پر تمہارا ختم ہو جائے گا، تم کھا سکتے ہو، لیکن باقی تو ساری چیزوں کا روزہ تم پر ہے، وہ باقی زندگی بھی رکھنا ہے.
بالکل.
تو یہ ہمارا خوبصورت موقع ہے اپنے اندر چینجنگ لانے کا. دیکھیں شہری کے وقت اٹھنا مشکل ہوتا ہے عام روٹین میں. آج کل ہماری عادت بن رہی ہے نا، آپ اٹھ رہے ہیں،
بالکل
2 نفل پڑھ کے تہجد گزاروں میں اپنا نام لکھوائیں. جی گالی سے اپنے آپ کو روکنا ہے، بہت ساری باتوں کو. یعنی اس وقت میں کہتا ہوں کہ ڈرگز پہ جو لگے ہوئے ہیں، نشہ جو لوگ کر رہے ہیں، وہ روزہ رکھیں، اس کی برکت سے وہ ڈرگ سے بچ جائیں گے.
بالکل.
یعنی بہت ساری تبدیلی. یہ انقلابی مہینہ ہے، یعنی آپ اپنے اندر جس قسم کی تبدیلی لانا چاہیں اس مہینے میں لا سکتے ہیں. سب سے بڑا دشمن تو ارسٹ ہے. چھوٹے چھوٹے کھولے ہوئے ان کا مقابلہ کرنے کے لیے ہم الحمدللہ فیلڈ میں اترے ہوئے ہیں اور اللہ تعالیٰ ہماری دستگیری فرما رہا ہے. اس لیے روحانی جسمانی بیماریوں کا ہمارا علاج ہو رہا ہے.
بالکل. اور مولانا صاحب آپ نے ایک مجھے یاد ہے کہ بہت خوبصورت سی نظم بھی، ایک کلام بھی آپ نے لکھی تھی رمضان کے مہینے کے حوالے سے، ماشاءاللہ وہ بھی بہت سبق اندوز تھی. اگر مناسب ہو تو ہم سنوا سکتے ہیں آپ ہمیں اس آج اسلام ریڈیو پر؟
جی بالکل. کتنے شعر سنا دوں؟
2-4 آپ کے پاس 3 منٹ ہیں، 3 منٹ میں سنا دیں. بالکل مجھے پتا ہے کہ شعر تو لمبے ہیں لیکن 3 منٹ پہ کرا دیں پلیز.
ٹھیک ہے جناب. لا ریب رب کی رحمت کے انمول ہیں خزینے،
اللہ
بندوں پہ وہ لٹائے رمضان کے مہینے.
اللہ
ایمان و احتساب سے جو رکھے روزے اس میں، بدیاں بھی وہ مٹائے رمضان کے مہینے. تھوڑے عمل سے دے دے زیادہ ثواب سب کو، مولا کرم کمائے رمضان کے مہینے. رائے خدا میں ایک دے 70 गुना वो पाए, रब इससे भी बढ़ाए। रमजान के महीने मेरे लिए है रोजा, मैं हूँ जजा इसकी, अपने से यूं मिलाए। रमजान के महीने तैबा की वो फजा थी, रोजे पे जब निगाह थी, अल्लाह फिर दिखाए। रमजान के महीने मुर्शिद के सदके सालिक, मौला यूं कर्म कर दे, दीदे नबी कराए। रमजान के महीने।
माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह, बहुत ही खूबसूरत मौलाना साहब, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और आखिर में यही इल्तिजा है आपसे कि हमें यहाँ इस्लाम रेडियो को टीम को दुआओं में याद रखें, अपनी उम्मत को याद रखें जैसा कि आप करते रहते हैं। और आखिर में आपसे यही गुजारिश करूँगा, दुआ के अलावा कोई पैगाम अपनी तरफ से हमारे सुनने वालों के लिए।
पैगाम यही है कि कोरोना वायरस एक हकीकत है, इससे बचने के लिए उसी तरह का इलाज करें जिगर तीसरी बीमारियों से बचने के हम एहतमाम करते हैं, और एहतियात भी करनी है, और इबादत के सिलसिले और अपने बाहम जो हमारे उसूल और ज़वाबत हैं इस्लाम के, उनके मुताबिक भी चलना है, ताकि हमारी दुनिया भी और हमारी आखिरत भी कामयाब रहे।
आमीन। मौलाना साहब बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, अल्लाह आपको।
आपका भी शुक्रिया, आपने मुझे मौका दिया। आपकी पूरी टीम को मेरी तरफ से सलाम भी और दुआएं भी। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
अल्लाह हाफ़िज़। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
I'm going to treat you to Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan next. Uthe amlan de hone ne nabede. Beautiful, beautiful Qawwali. And while that is getting warmed up, let me remind you of our competition. You have been quite slow this evening, brothers and sisters. I'm wondering whether you're listening or not. Pay attention to a simple question. Is the month of Ramadan the first month of the Islamic calendar year? That's A. B, the 9th month. C, the 12th month. Easy question for you to enter the competition and have a chance of winning a £10 voucher from Park Foods, two £5 vouchers from Park Foods. All you have to do is give us a ring on 01733 602 133. Or you can text us on 07411 191062.
ना घर डिठा ना घर वाला डिठा तेरियां किस कम दित्तियां न्यादा इल्म पढ़िया ते अमल ना कीता तेरियां किस कम कीतियां वादा पता तद लग सी जदों चिड़ी फसी हथ बादा उथे अमला ते होने ने नवेड़े उथे अमला ते होने ने नवेड़े किसे नहीं तेरी बात पूछनी उथे अमला ते होने ने नवेड़े किसे नहीं तेरी बात पूछनी ये झूठे मान तेरे झूठे सब छेड़े झूठे मान तेरे झूठे सब छेड़े किसे नहीं तेरी बात पूछनी उठे अबला पे होने देना किसे नहीं तेरी बात पूछनी उठे अबला पे होने देना किसे नहीं तेरी बात जो खड़िया सो भजना एक दिन जो बनया सो ठहना जो खड़िया सो भजना एक दिन जो बनया सो ठहना आखिर छड़ने महल मनारे बैठ सदा नहीं रहना आखिर छड़ने महल मनारे बैठ सदा नहीं रहना 4 दिना दा मेला ये ते बहुती देर में रहना 4 दिना दा मेला ये ते बहुती देर ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਭੈਣ ਪਰਾਵਾਂ ਪਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਦਫਨਾਉਣਾ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਭੈਣ ਪਰਾਵਾਂ ਪਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਦਫਨਾਉਣਾ ਤੁਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸਭ ਨੇ ਛੱਡ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਚਿਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾਉਣਾ ਤੁਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸਭ ਨੇ ਛੱਡ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਚਿਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾਉਣਾ ਮੁੱਕ ਜਾਣੇ ਸਭ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਹੇਠ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਜਦ ਆਉਣਾ ਮੁੱਕ ਜਾਣੇ ਸਭ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਹੇਠ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਜਦ ਆਉਣਾ ਉਸ ਦਿਨ ਸਾਧਕ ਰੁੱਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਆਉਣ ਮਨਾਉਣਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਅਮਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਨੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਬਾਤ ਪੁੱਛਣੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮੋਢਾ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਟੋਰਨਾ ਜਹਾਨ ਨੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮੋਢਾ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਟੋਰਨਾ ਜਹਾਨ ਨੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਥੱਲੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਉੱਚੀ ਸ਼ਾਨ ਨੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਥੱਲੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਉੱਚੀ ਸ਼ਾਨ ਨੇ ਸੁੰਝੇ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਤੁਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਵੇੜੇ ਸੁੰਝੇ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਤੁਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਵੇੜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਬਾਤ ਪੁੱਛਣੀ ਇਹ ਸੁੰਝੇ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਤੂੰ ਤੁਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਵੇੜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਬਾਤ ਪੁੱਛਣੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਅਮਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਵੇੜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਬਾਤ
ਉੱਥੇ ਅਮਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਨੇ ਨਵੇੜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਬਾਤ ਸੁਣਨੀ I'm going to come back to that very shortly. I just want to remind you, brothers and sisters, of our competition question. We've got a couple of park food vouchers to give away, one worth £10, another one worth £5, another one worth £5 as well. Just want to
ਤੇਰੇ ਝੂਠੀਆਂ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਝੂਠੇ ਮਹਿਲ ਮਨਾਵੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਝੂਠੀਆਂ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਅਮਲਾਂ ਬਾਝੋਂ ਸਾਧਕ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਣੀਆਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਅਮਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰੀ
We're going to pause that Qawwali for a short while, and I'm going to come back to that in a moment because we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Afsa, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I am all the better for hearing from you here on Islam Radio. Where are you ringing from?
I'm ringing from Dewsbury.
Dewsbury, yes. Up north, a bit further up north, isn't it? Yes. Are you enjoying our program?
Very much.
Good, good. And how old are you, Hafsa?
I'm 9.
9, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Oh, that's very interesting. You're 9 years old. And the month of Ramadan, which month is it? Is it A, the first month, B, the 9th month, or the 12th month?
It's the answer is B, the 9th month.
Okay, from a 9-year-old Hafsa, we have the correct answer. The 9th month, yes, of the Islamic calendar is the month of Ramadan. Well done to you, Hafsa. Alhamdulillah. Do you want to give any message to our listeners or want to say Assalamu alaikum to your family, your friends listening to Islam Radio?
Ramadan Mubarak to everyone.
Ramadan Mubarak, everyone, from Hafsa Khan in Dewsbury. Thank you very much indeed, young lady. May you stay blessed, okay? Keep us in your du'as because Allah listens to du'as of young people as well, okay? And keep us all in your du'as, and thank you very much. And you have won our competition. The first prize of £10 park voucher goes to you, Hafsa. Well done to you.
Jazakallah.
Well, Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz. Wonderful stuff. Okay, we have the £10 voucher has gone to Hafsa Khan in Dewsbury, and if you want to enter, there is still 2 park food vouchers worth £5 each remaining to give away. The question is very easy. The month of Ramadan I'm talking about the Hijri year. And is it A, the first month, B, the 9th month, C, the 12th month? And if you want to enter our competition, all you have to do is give us your answers by calling us on 01733 602 133, or you can text us 07411 191062, and you can also comment on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all these things that you can enter our competition through. Please let us have your answers. Is the month of Ramadan A, the first month, B, the 9th month, C, the 12th month? And when you enter the competition, make sure you leave us your name as well, please. Your full name is very important to us, so we can give you a mention on Islam Radio, as well as for you to have a chance of winning those 2 remaining £5 vouchers each from Park Foods.
कदी जख्मी किसे दा फट नहीं सीता एवें फेरियो बस भी कख नहीं कीता ओथे अमला ते होने ने फेड़े किसे दी तेरी बात चोरी यारी दा करनास ना नेको कारी दा नेका नु बदी सिखावे तू ओथे अमला ते होने ने तेरे किसे ने तेरी बात
And also, I'd love to talk to you as well during this program. You know, if you want to give us a call and don't really want to enter the competition because you're over 16, but you just want to have a chat with me, share your experience of Ramadan, what you have for sari, for breakfast, and any particular lessons that you're taking from this month of Ramadan. And if you want to give me a call and want to go live on air, it will be a pleasure to talk to you. Our telephone lines are open. The number is 01733 602 133. Give me a call and have a chat with me, and also give your greetings to our listeners as well. And this is your community radio station, Salam Radio. We're here just for you. And if you ever have any comments about this program or any of our programs, you can always drop us a line, info@islamradio.co.uk. We love to hear from you because we want to engage with our community, with our listeners. Islam Radio is all about uniting our communities, bringing our communities together, taking pride in our communities, promoting our beautiful religion of Islam, doing all those wonderful things to seek the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Well, Afsa Khan from Dewsbury has won the first prize, £10 voucher from Park Foods. Well done to her, and she was very good in having that conversation with me live on air as well. She's only 9, and I'm sure there are many people listening. And if you're listening and want to go live on air and have a chat, give me a call on 01733 602 133. And also, if you want to enter our competition, there's still 2 £5 vouchers to give away. We're giving away so much. All we want you to do is enter the competition. Don't be shy. The month of Ramadan, is it the first month of the Islamic calendar year, the 9th month, or the 12th month? A, the first month, B, the 9th month, C, the 12th month. As simple as that. And you can comment on live stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch to send your answers, or you can also send us a text message on 07411 191062. ਉੱਥੇ ਅਮਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਨੇ ਨਬੇੜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਬਾਤ ਸੁਣਨੀ. Brothers and sisters, a very strong message in that particular qawwali. I love it really. You know, our actions will matter on the day of judgment. The way we treat each other, the way that we abide by the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brothers and sisters. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to be righteous in all our actions. Be kind to each other. Be respectful to those around us, and be able to show the best of Islam to those around us as well. Our beautiful religion is beautiful. There's no doubt about that. Brothers and sisters, we're all ambassadors of our beautiful religion, and we need to conduct ourselves as ambassadors. There is too much negative publicity about our beautiful religion, and the only way that we can counter that is through us, individually and collectively. Show our brotherhood, treat each other, everyone well, with respect, with dignity. Those who are less fortunate as well, help them. And make dua for everyone that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates a better society which is at peace with each other, Brothers and sisters, that's all from me for this evening. I hope you've enjoyed the program. I want to thank Sister Safura for her time on the program, and also Allama Nawaz Hasarvi for his time as well. Thank you very much for listening, and well done to those who have entered our competition. Hafsa, well done to you. Keep us in your du'as. Allah Hafiz, brothers and sisters.